We've qualified for the World Cup. Go and compete.
Declan Rice starting point then, is it?
Oh, fucking hell, man. Hang on. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, wow. Well, the two listeners we have definitely turned off.
Good.
Yeah, see you later.
We don't have
fortunately.
to don't have to impress anyone now.
Pressure's off.
We're safe. We're safe in 12th with like 3 games left. Can't go up. Can't go down.
We're permanently mid-table.
We're Palace.
Yeah. Palace.
I'm the Eze of the
Yeah,
podcast.
Palace.
I'm Roy.
I'm Zaha.
Finn's left and Anthony's senile.
I've gone actually joined a Saudi Arabian podcast.
Put him under jihad.
Put him under Shire law.
Oh God. That's why we don't have any sponsors. Anyway, I suppose nothing much to report on the old football front, really, is there? We could kind of gloss over it, really, if we wanted.
Nothing happened.
I'd be fine with glossing over it.
Boring weekend of football.
Yeah. You know, watch Match Today if you want updates. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Don't come to us.
We're here to talk about food and how ugly the players are. That's it. Well, speaking of which, right? Have you seen that Newcastle team? They're pucked. Every one of them, front to back. Yeah, like ugly.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this now, take out your Google and look up Newcastle squad. And it's tough. It's tough viewing. I'm telling you. They are...
Sure, who did they have a while ago? Colaccini. He was a looker.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, compared to what they have now, he was an Adonis, like. Dan Byrne. Have you seen that guy? He's a freak.
Yeah, Dan Byrne was made from clay in like the Newcastle hills, molded into
a golem.
He's the Uruk-Howay of left backs.
Yeah,
he's got a big white handprint on his head.
Even
black and white.
Isak is a freaky looking guy. He's probably one of the better looking ones.
There's not a symmetrical face in sight.
No.
Who else?
Yeah,
Trippier.
The assistant managers kind of like got all the looks, and the rest of them are just mugs.
Yeah.
John Joe Shelby was there a while ago.
John Joe Shelby. Yeah, exactly. No, like front to back, honestly, the starting 11 today was just mugs.
Yeah.
Everyone. I'd love to put him actually into one of those those online things that will do like a percentage of how attractive you are. I'd say everyone is under like 30%.
Do one there for Dan Byrne.
Well, I'm not going to, but we will, and we'll post the results later.
Those things are always nonsense anyway. She'd put fucking like Brad Pitt face into it and it'd come up like 40% attractive, like 6% hideous.
Yeah, it's like those, remember on Facebook where it's like those old kind of like viruses where it's like, see what celebrity you look like.
Yeah. And tell us your mother's maiden name.
Yeah, that's it.
Although, you know, like the top models and supermodels and even movie stars, they always have to be they have to be on the border between good looking and kind of ugly. They have to have something little off about them. If you look at a lot of like top supermodels, they're just on the line. They've got something about them that's, not conventionally.
Some distinction.
Oh yeah, because there was that one. I think she was in might have been like Dirty Dancing or something. She was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, She was like the sister in that or something. Do you know who I'm talking about? She had like a really big nose.
Big, yeah.
Jennifer Grey, and she got plastic surgery or a nose job, made her nose like average size or whatever, and her career went down the tubes because it was like her nose that made her stand out. And then when she
Yeah.
made it perfect, she like there's no shortage of perfect looking people. There's you go to fucking Los Angeles to watch the bus station, like 50 perfect looking people get off the bus there looking for fame every day. But you gotta have something. You gotta have a little something different about you to make you stand out.
It's like the Kate Moss effect, isn't it? I think Kate Moss is probably one
Oh yeah.
model that's most famous for having like a bit of a distinction.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's true. You see a lot of God. What's the advert? I think it's eye makeup. Maybelline, maybe, I don't know.
Mhm.
But you see their models. They'll have. And there's no problems with them, of course. But like they might have a gapped front tooth,
Yeah.
or like a really distinct jaw, or there's that skin. I think I'm going to say it's a disease or skin condition where is it alopecia? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
There's
I
lots
think.
of models with that now, because it just makes people look, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, it's more important to be interesting looking than beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be a little beautiful. You have to you can't be you know like something out of Fallout, like
Well, the Newcastle team.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
beauty is subjective, but uniqueness is like, whoa, look at that freak. Like, you know, everyone's gonna look at a freak.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So Newcastle are probably the worst looking, but trying to think who has a few like chisel jawed players in the Premier League. I don't know, Liverpool maybe. Liverpool have a bit of style about them.
Yeah, bit of Van Dijk, bit of Nunes, bit of Szoboszlai. Yeah,
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
see it. City have an interesting looking team.
Haaland would be a model, wouldn't he? You know, there's something about him. You know,
Yeah, I always thought City, and even up to the present day, their players since they came into money have all given me kind of Pokemon vibes. Like Aguero to me looked like a Pokemon.
What do you mean look like a Pokemon?
Like I could
Pokemon
picture him
character or a Pokemon?
like a Pokemon, an actual Pokemon. Like I could he's kind of like water type or something, you know.
Yeah. He's got those kind of eyes, doesn't he?
Well, it was
Kinda
even
like
that
big
with his
anime eyes.
spiky hair, his spiky anime hair.
It's true. Bit of Brock, the gym leader.
Yeah. And fellas like Yaya Toure, Tevez, you know.
Tevez. We spoke about Uruk-Howay.
Mm.
He was version 1.
He had an excuse though.
Yeah. Did he?
But he was like a burn victim or something, wasn't he? Or there was something. There was something there. Like he didn't. There was something.
He didn't come out like that.
All right. I thought God was just really unfair on him.
It might have been a
He was in a way.
dog attack or something.
I think you're right, actually. Yeah, it was some sort of accident he had. But
Yeah.
but I get him and Ribery mixed up. I think one was a burn. No,
Oh, yeah.
one was a car crash and one was a dog or something. Or burn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Off podcast funny. Not on the record.
Yeah, we'll laugh about it after. Right now it's quite solemn.
We're howling inside.
We're good. We're glad to see you're doing well, Carlos. And all the best.
She doesn't give a fuck. He stuck 2 fingers up at United and he's living life large in Argentina.
Stuck 2 fingers up at City as well.
Yeah. See, there's nothing to feel sorry about Carlos about. He's grand.
Yeah, happy out.
Yeah. But yeah, he's definitely like the second evolution before the final evolution Pokemon. Something good will come of it.
Ederson looks a bit like a Pokemon.
I mean, anyone looks like a Pokemon if you think about it and you just say it.
They have vibes, and the color scheme of City as well. It makes them look like, you know, it's like a gym that you'd walk into in Pokemon, and you'd have to battle all these fellas. these characters.
Pep would be like one of the elite four.
Oh, he
at the
would,
end.
yeah. I can imagine him just kind of sliding onto the screen with the battle music going.
Yeah, like 3 Dragonites in his
Pep has challenged
team
you.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'd be the one that would always beat you too, and you'd like have to restart the game.
Yeah. Mhm.
Save scum it.
Oh, yeah.
God, I hate Pep.
He
I just
drive you
fucking
mad,
hate him.
alright.
I'm so sick of him. Like I'm just done with Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so
Well,
nice not having him there like today and seeing City just struggle against Sheffield United. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait till he fucks off and then they just go to shit.
Yeah.
I
That'd be
just
ideal.
find myself getting annoyed now that I know he's good and tactically he's got something going, obviously. But I just hate how every other team now just copies. I mean, Brighton are a prime example, and I'm glad that they're getting egg in their face this year for it, or so far. But like, it's boring. If the John Stones in central midfield thing is cool when it's John Stones and it's City, but why on earth like teams like Villa and shit are trying it now and Brighton are trying it? Like, sorry, know your role. Like, just go back to 4-4-2.
You're dead right.
Yeah. And the inverted fullback, oh my god, that became like the norm so quickly.
It's
like,
just fads, isn't it? Like, because it works for his amazing players, but teams just feel like they're obliged to copy it. A bit of originality, please.
yeah. I'm done with City. I would love them to just disappear. When they were going to draw to Sheffield United was probably the highlight of my week, like those 3 or 4 minutes. That was just perfect. Now here we are. They're just going to win the league, and no one cares. We're gonna have to move away from football because, like, what? We can't just keep doing this for the next 5 years and be like, "Yes, City won the league again."
I know. We're gonna have. We're just gonna have to be honest with ourselves and with our listeners, and just go to food. Like, just start talking about food. Like, food. No one wins in the food world because everyone's a winner. You know.
Yeah.
Scrambled eggs. It doesn't matter which way you make it. Really, it's about how you do it.
Have you seen MasterChef though? There's always a winner there. So
yeah, but that's them trying. That's Pep's influence again. You know, we just can't escape it. Everything has to be a competition with a winner because of Pep. Everything.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Scrambled eggs. So
No one likes him. Scrambled egg. Are we becoming a scrambled eggs podcast? We can do that.
you could do it.
Put them under scrambled eggs. Put them under the broiler.
Yeah, scrambled
Well,
eggs.
You know, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, podcast name. Put them under broiler instead. Pressure.
What's a
put them under
broiler?
pressure cooker.
Broiler is what Americans would call the grill here, like a grill in an oven.
Oh, okay.
Because to them, a grill is a barbecue.
Oh my god! Imagine grilling scrambled eggs. Holy shit! That's fucking
Bit of
ghastly.
charcoal.
Well, grilling scrambled eggs might be like the inverted fullbacks. You know, you've got to try it.
I mean, I'm willing to try it and get back to you, but I don't think it'll be good.
Your to-do list on this podcast is getting longer and longer.
In The Sopranos, Ralphie puts sour cream in his scrambled eggs.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
I'm tempted to try it.
I've heard of it.
What? Like instead of milk or something?
I think
Yeah,
so.
like creme fraiche as well. I've heard that.
Yeah, I suppose it's not too far from just putting normal cream in it.
Yeah, cream cheese. I think Gordon Ramsay does that when he has it with like scrambled eggs and salmon.
Gordon Ramsay is a fucking mug, so.
Gordon Ramsay's under
say
Pep's
that.
influence.
Do we have to pull out the fucking grilled cheese video?
I think everyone knows about that grilled cheese video.
Or even when he makes, did we even have this exact same conversation last week? But anyway, when he makes like fucking some noodle dish, what is it like?
Ramen.
Maybe
Or,
ramen. Yeah. Anyway, he makes it in Japan or wherever he is, and presents it to the chef at the restaurant, and the chef is
Oh,
like,
It's pad thai.
pad thai, yeah. And the chef is like, no. Like, I'd throw that out.
yeah. Yeah, he's like, that's not pad thai.
Sure. Even when he
You don't do
makes
this.
anything, any of his videos, I look at him and I'm like, does this guy know how to cook at all? Like,
It's just we got so accustomed to like the likes of Jamie Oliver level cooking that he seems elite. Because Jamie Oliver just like throws shit in bucket and pretend
yeah.
it tastes good.
Anytime I see someone put oil into a pot of pasta and say it's stopping sticking together, I tune out. Immediately just, I'm like, you fucking idiot.
Adrian sweating buckets here.
I just don't cook pasta. It's fine. Always a winner.
Eat it raw, is it?
Yeah, crunching on it. Yeah,
I used to do that when I was a kid. I would just get like a
Oh.
strand of spaghetti and chew it.
not
the guy who I think is class is Heston Bloom.
I love
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Oh my
the shit
God.
there, yeah.
That's the shit. Like the science going into it and everything. Gordon Ramsay is just fucking cooking a chicken breast. I mean, like beautiful, beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
This guy is making a fucking hog head look like chocolate or something. It's like,
Yeah.
yes, like.
Or his chips which take like 24 hours to make, and he like fries them 3 different times.
While freezing them in between, yeah.
Mm.
Classic.
Yeah. Or this isn't him, but do you ever try reverse searing a steak? This is a new thing that kind of caught on. This fella, Kenji Lopez, I think, came up with this way of cooking a steak, which was you take a steak, put it on like a baking tray, put it into an oven at like a really low temperature, like not even hot, just kind of warm, like fucking 80 degrees or whatever, like something you'd walk around in fucking Saudi Arabia, like. But and you leave it in there for like, I don't know, half an hour. And you take it out, and then you sear it for literally like 5 seconds on each side. You just sear it, and you'll get like a perfectly rare steak all the way through, perfectly pink, like evenly cooked. Because a lot of times when I watch people cooking steak or anything, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's nice and rare now. It's cooked perfectly. It's rare." What? It's like you could draw lines over the difference between going from brown to pink to red or whatever in the middle. And it's just like raw in the middle. It's not rare in the middle. It's fucking just raw. And this system, you get like evenly pink all the way through. It's pretty good.
Yeah, sounds like I get food poisoning doing it though.
It's no more dangerous than washing a packet of chicken fillets, like the amount of just spraying salmonella around the sink.
Yeah, you don't do that, right? You don't do that, right?
I used to do it, but since looking at some videos about it, I've been like, okay, I think I should just bin these as fast as possible. Not even, not touch anything to do with them. Fucking boiling water on everything that touched the chicken. Then
let the oven get rid of it.
Yeah.
Wait, you say you don't wash out the packet the chicken comes in? Is that what you're on about?
Well, no.
Oh, I meant like don't wash the chicken.
Oh,
well,
yeah. Who washes the chicken?
A lot in America,
people
it's
do.
standard.
What?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not standard. In a lot of places in America, they think you have to wash the chicken. Maybe they do actually in America, because you know what their fucking food's like.
Yeah, that's it. And they're not even washing chicken; it's processed chicken. It could be anything.
I saw a video of someone cooking with his girlfriend or something, making a video about it, and he has been told to wash the chicken, and the girlfriend comes over and is like, "What the fuck have you done?" Because he washed the chicken in a sink with washing up liquid.
What the
Hell.
He was like,
Tasty.
you said wash the chicken.
Yes, fucking. Oh yeah, like a fucking bubble bath, is it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, you can't teach class. That's for sure.
Yeah, very true. Good segue onto Liverpool.
Yes.
Hey.
So you have
Finally.
15 seconds, Adrian.
No, no, it's coming back to bite me.
Waited 2 long weeks.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Well, you know what you want to say, Adrian. Get it out.
Okay, well, it was great. It was amazing. We beat Newcastle 2-1 after 80 minutes of terrible, terrible football. But who cares? Darwin Núñez is the best striker ever. There we go. Is that 15 seconds?
Oh, you can have more. I wouldn't
Oh.
do that to a friend.
Oh, thank you. I would. Yeah, I think, well, what I will say is, okay, the 3 points is great. I was saying that Newcastle away was probably the third hardest game of the season after maybe City away and Arsenal away. And so to get 7 points out of Chelsea away, Bournemouth at home, and Newcastle away is really good, I think. I do think it kind of is papering over the cracks of some big problems. So, like, Van Dijk is going to be suspended now for a bit. This guy Endo in midfield, I'm not convinced. I mean, they needed a big midfield overhaul. I think Szoboszlai is really good, and I think McAllister is very good. But I'm not convinced. So if we're playing the next few games with Joe Gomez and Joel Matip as the centre-back pairing, it's a fucking disaster. Yeah, I think we were outplayed by a fairly mediocre Newcastle today for 80 minutes. It's a bit of a freak result. We'll take it, but I do wonder what the plan is going forward. Trent is, I don't even know what he's doing. I mean, he nearly got sent off today, and then he was captain, and it was like his head is on. And Anthony Gordon, who's one of the worst wingers in the Premier League, just skinned him time after time after time. And it's like, okay, if we're going to play him in midfield, let's play him in midfield. But then he actually doesn't play all that well in midfield sometimes. So, I don't know. I think it's a positive result, but not a positive performance by any means. And actually, that was one other thing. Jurgen Klopp was like, yeah, we came away after a really good performance, deserving the 3 points. It's like, man, were you even fucking there? Like Newcastle peppered us. Like, it was just that Newcastle couldn't manage the game, basically. Like, they should have been 2 or 3 or 4 up at one point, and they just didn't take advantage of it. They definitely should have, but whatever.
Well, you could probably say that was a perfect example of great teams finding a way.
I mean, yes. Yeah, it is. But like, I haven't been convinced yet by Liverpool's performances. They've had 3 games and they've had preseason, and I haven't seen anything that makes me go, we could win the league, or we could win a cup, or we could do well in the Champions League. So far, it's like he keeps saying like Endo isn't a stopgap, but that's all I see him as.
Major stopgap, complete total
Major
stopgap.
stopgap.
Like,
they need.
Yeah, what gave you the idea that he's not a stopgap? Maybe it was the fact that you wanted 2 different midfielders ahead of him. Clearly failed to get them, and then went to this guy in the last second.
Yeah, I mean, we started the summer looking at Bellingham.
Yeah,
like, we were going to sign
he's
Jude
third
Bellingham,
choice. Like,
and we've gotten this guy who I've never heard of.
never heard of him, and he's not young. Like, he's what he's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know what he's particularly good at. We actually did much better today when he went off, for what it's worth. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced. Absolutely, we were watching it in the pub as well, and like, there were people supporting Newcastle, or I guess just not supporting Liverpool. So when Newcastle scored, they were like, "Whee!" I was like, all right, grand. And then for the next like 60 minutes, I was like, this is terrible. I hate this. And then Darwin Núñez out of fucking nowhere, with 2 banging finishes. So yeah, I'm happy, but also not totally convinced.
No.
Núñez, he's a good player. Good player there.
Good looking boy too.
Yes. Fantastic investment. He knows a good deal when he sees one.
That's it, yeah.
Liverpool have a last gasp result against Newcastle, that's for sure.
They definitely do.
I just 2 cents on the game. I felt that for like that 80 minutes, that looked like the future of Liverpool if changes aren't made. Robertson looked washed. Van Dijk looked off the pace. Trent lost. So there's been some shiny new pieces added to the Liverpool team, and I think they're pretty good. But even Salah, I mean, Salah's on the decline. He's a fantastic player, but you know, he's not going to get better. So it's going to be an interesting couple of years ahead for Liverpool, I think.
They can win a cup. If fucking United last season could win a cup, Liverpool could win a cup.
Yeah, and I think that's a good season if they do that.
I remember just there that I saw Man United fans talking about how they won a cup last year, and I thought they were joking or trolling or something. And then I remember that they did win something, didn't they? Did they?
Yeah.
Carabao Cup, yeah.
Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup
penalties?
counts for nothing if you just win the Carabao Cup on its own. You have to win something else with it, and then it counts for everything.
It's just a cherry on
Yeah,
top.
it's like an add-on. It's like when you get a cheeseburger and bacon. The bacon is the Carabao Cup, you know.
Yeah. Like Flynn, would you say that you won a cup this year?
No.
No. Neither would I. Like the Charity Shield is a bit of it's like a pre-season trophy. Doesn't count for shit. I forgot that Liverpool won it last season. But then with the team photo, they have it out front, and it's like, let's just put it away. Like it's a plate, you know. Fuck's sake.
Put it back in.
Bundesliga is a plate. Wait, no, the French League 1 is a plate, I think.
I think Bundesliga is too.
Oh,
yeah. Well, circle. Yeah, circle shaped.
Yeah. It has to be a cup. You have to be able to drink out of it. Them's the rules.
I wonder why cups
But it's a
became
title,
the thing
though,
to win.
Isn't it? Like the league is a title.
And belts. Oh my god, they should bring in belts like wrestling.
Belts, yeah.
Imagine
that'd
like
be cool.
Jurgen Klopp walking around with a belt all
Klopp
season.
walking around with the belt.
Champion, yeah.
And then you could have
over his shoulder.
You could have a Money in the Bank match where if you win, you can challenge for any belt you want, even like the World Cup or like the Brazilian second tier or something.
I always thought wrestling storylines would work so well in football. Like imagine like Arsenal and City last game of the season, there's like 3 points in it, and like it's a corner or something, and fucking Gabriel just nods into his own goal and like whips off the jersey, and it's a Man City jersey underneath. It's like, oh my god,
yeah,
I would fucking live for that shit.
Or having surprise opponents, like one team walks out and they're just waiting on the pitch, and then You Never Walk Alone starts blaring, and like the lights go down, and Liverpool walk in.
Bring Fergie back for a once-off match against Wenger or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Grudge match.
That would be amazing. Imagine like just for one weekend, Fergie managing United and Wenger at Arsenal, and like Benitez at Liverpool or something. That would be fucking class. Like we should run football.
Yeah.
We'd be good
Yeah,
at
well, the WWE are twerking for cash from Saudi Arabia, so it's kind of similar.
Yeah. What happened recently with them? Was there a scandal? There's always a scandal in WWE, isn't there?
Yeah, Vince and
diddling and
your man Bray
sexual
Wyatt died.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, he did die. Yeah.
and Terry Funk a few days before that.
Yeah.
Remember Terry Funk? He was ECW though and stuff, wasn't he? I think
He was WWE as well, because at one point,
they all
yeah, they all turn really, don't they? It was weird because I was watching a Royal Rumble recently with a friend, and it was Royal Rumble like 2000 or something, and like I think a third of the people in that match are dead. It's so grim.
Yeah,
like no wonder. Like,
yeah, it's not the business of old age, is it?
No, like jumping on your head, constant painkillers.
Except Hulk Hogan. I was even talking to this with Dave the other day. Hulk Hogan's still going strong, and Ric Flair actually. Although Ric Flair's had like 50 heart attacks, but like Hulk Hogan's still happy out. And the fella was like the biggest, juiciest, roidiest fella of them all.
Juiciest.
100% concentrated.
He'd be a nice steak now if you diced him up.
He
Hulk
just had
Hogan
pure
in the sous vide.
Tropicana.
Yeah, I don't know if going strong is the right word. I saw him recently and he looks decrepit enough, but yeah, I mean, he's still alive. He's probably only like 45 though, is the thing. He just looks like 90.
So they look decrepit in their 20s too, to be fair.
They
They
do,
do,
yeah.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt was 36.
Yeah,
That-
there's obviously more to
That's
that,
grim.
right?
I think he got COVID after having heart problems or something.
Oh yeah, should I do it to you?
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some men aren't made for the heart problems,
Mm.
Only a real man can have COVID and a heart problem and survive. And you're fucking listening to him.
How many times have you had COVID?
Once.
Once.
God,
Yeah,
oh my
once.
God, what if I get it now when I die? Fuck.
What a eulogy this will be.
Before this podcast
Just-
goes out.
Just play this at my funeral.
Yeah.
And everyone will get a good kick out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like so actually speaking of COVID, I keep getting a text to like get another vaccine because I'm immunocompromised. But like someone rang me about it and they were like, "Yeah, you're due another one." And I was like, "I've had a few though." And they were like, "Yeah, you've had 5, so this will be your 6th." I was like,
Mm.
"That seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that seems excessive."
Mm.
And I was living someone with who had COVID like a year ago, and I didn't get it. Not that I think I'm immune to it, but like, I didn't get it, so I probably won't get it again based on that ill-advised logic. So yeah, I think I'll hold off on the 6th one for now.
Fair enough.
6 seems
Unless-
excessive.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a doctor listening or a cardiologist, actually, even if there is a cardiologist listening, just email us because I'd be super interested to know why you're listening to this. Just email like, I don't know, Adrian@PUPcastpodcast.com. See what happens. And tell me if I should get my 6th COVID vaccine.
Small segue, but in films and things, you hear people say, "Is there any like doctor on the flight, or is there any medic available when there's like a tragedy or something like that?"
Yeah.
First time in real life, I was in Tesco. It came over the tannoy, and they were requesting a doctor or a medical specialist. Yeah, so they do exist.
Yeah.
Those messages.
Fella collapsed outside our house there yesterday. Had to get the ambulance out for him.
Jesus.
You
Yeah.
did.
Well, I
Someone else
went
did.
out to him, but someone else called the ambulance. But yeah, we flagged down the ambulance and waited for it.
Was he conscious or was he like?
He was fucked. Like, I actually was watching him out the window. I thought he was just fucking drunk, stumbling up the road. And I thought it was
Oh.
funny. Like, and I actually took a video. And then he's just he I was like,
Jesus.
look at this fella just stumbling around. This is like at fucking 6 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever. And I was like, geez, he started early. But he kept stumbling, and then he ended up like walking up to like a traffic cone just across from our house, and like kind of holding himself up on that, and then gradually kind of slid down to the ground and just kind of flopped down to the floor and was like lying motionless. And I was like, oh, this isn't funny anymore. And I was like, Jesus, fuck. And we were like, we just call an ambulance now or something. And then we saw someone run up to him, and we were like, is that their friend or whatever? It wasn't. It was just some stranger. And we went out with like a glass of water or something, but they were like, don't give him any water. I was like, okay. So we just stood around for like 20 minutes waiting for the ambulance, and he was fucked. Like, I don't know what was wrong with him. He was stopped being conscious repeatedly. Like,
Oh.
yeah, it was bad buzz.
Not great.
Sounds like a
I'd
fucking
say.
bad buzz, yeah. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the PUPcast, everyone.
If you're that fella and you're listening,
Get well
Yeah.
soon.
I'm sorry I took a video of you while you were having a bad time. I thought it was just alcohol.
And tried to offer you water. Don't give him the water.
Well, like,
Why
Even though
not? Like,
one of the people who was there was a nurse, actually, it turned out. So I
Was
was
he
like,
drunk?
right, I'll let you handle this.
yeah, they think they know everything, don't they?
Oh, sickening.
calling me up, offering me fucking boosters.
Yeah. Sure, nurses are just like glorified fucking cleaners. Like. They just fucking wipe arses and just.
Oh my god. Hmm.
I'm not sure that's true.
Can we cut that bit?
Nah.
No, that's the end.
We'll cut my
That's
bit.
the end, buddy.
Cut your bit, but my bit stays in. God damn. Nurses
didn't.
deserve a pay rise.
Oh, they do. Like Jesus.
Ah,
But
yeah, give it to 'em.
I do think like nurse is like one of the two jobs that a lot of people, one of the like nurse or teacher, it's the kind of job you kind of end up getting funneled into when you have no real clue what you want to do with yourself. But you went to college, so you got to make something out of it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't envy it. Honestly, they obviously do great work, but like, fuck it hell, no, thank you.
Yeah, but there's some bad nurses too. I mean, most nurses are
yeah.
great, but there's some absolutely woeful nurses too.
Yeah,
We know who you are.
we don't know the split. Could be 50-50.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I was trying
Could
to be
be
generous, but
90-10
yeah,
favor the bad ones.
could
Yeah,
be.
actually, they're fucking terrible, all of them. Cut their pay.
Mm.
Why more arses?
Glorified cleaners.
I know.
Oh,
Not bad.
No.
No, we
Ah,
didn't
look.
mean it.
you said your piece.
Yeah. If you've listened this long, you deserve to hear that opinion.
They do
I
great.
don't think we
They
can
do
top
great
it.
work.
Do we have many minutes left?
We have 1 minute left.
I think that's just the perfect way to end it. So,
Great.
up the fucking Palace.
All right. Apologies to the nurses, the chefs, the Newcastle team,
The wrestlers as well.
the wrestlers.
The wrestlers.
What else happened on this? Who else?
Oh well, Finn, you have a bigger an apology to make.
Oh no, I don't. That's the end of the podcast. Good night.
Okay. Bye.
You've been listening to the Put 'em Under Pressure podcast. To keep up to date with all of our content, give us a follow on Spotify, YouTube, and Facebook. Outro music. Boom.
That was good.
That was good, right? Yeah. Oh my.
We'll prepare and we'll go and we'll do our best. We'll put them under pressure.